Connect to DSTV.
7 o'clock.
Stay in. Enjoy Wura on Africa Magic, football, and more. Reconnect to GoTV.
He's no longer where he lay. He's alive again, my Lord. He's no longer where he lay. He's alive, oh yes. I can hear the angels sing. Now go tell the world he's alive. He's alive. He's alive, oh yes. The stone's been rolled away. He's alive, oh yes. He is no longer where he lay. He's alive again. I can hear the angels sing. Go tell the world he's alive. He's alive. He's alive, oh yes. For the stone's been rolled away. He's alive, oh yes. He's no longer where he laid. He's alive, oh yes. I can hear the angels sing. Go tell the world he's alive. He's alive. For what would our faith have been? This is just a commemoration. And you know something interesting?
Yeah.
Scientists kind of just did the calculations, the earthquake that happened around that time.
Yeah.
Just some things that, is documented that happened at the time when he said, it is finished. And they said for the first time in centuries, this particular Easter falls around the time, the particular day that, of course, at that time, it wasn't the Gregorian calendar.
Yes.
Yeah, so they said for the first time in centuries.
It aligned.
It aligned.
Yes. Friday.
I'm excited, people. Christ is alive. Your faith is alive.
Yeah.
He's not dead.
Yeah,
It isn't a dead God that you serve. Regardless of what we see around us, our God is alive. And for that, please rejoice. In the face of the challenges and everything, rejoice. Just rejoice.
Again,
I'm really excited. I've been very, very happy. And honestly, you would think, how she not going to laugh like this? Should be money they her hand. If I sit you down, I'll tell you stories.
Okay.
You will say, how do you do it? But honestly, my God is alive, and because of that, I can face all the tomorrows that he grants me.
Yeah.
And I hope that it is the spirit with which we all face each other as husband and wife. We face our children with that kind of spirit of gratitude. Just before I came into the studio, I saw a woman who had innocently gone online to say, look at this mansion that my husband built. It's not completed yet, but I give God praise. But it was a very modest building. As a matter of fact, their beds, their mattresses were on the ground. The children were excited because they could feel the excitement of the mother.
Yeah.
And guess what? Different influencers online just took it up and say, for in times like this, to see a woman looking at a house that is almost like in some places windowless, you know, and she called it a mansion. She said no more rent palaver. Okay, and she was talking with so much joy. Influencers have taken it up. I saw people saying, look, I don't have much, but I'll paint for you for free. Some people are saying, I will contribute paint. Some people are saying, look, I need to raise $1 million for this woman, for them to complete their building. That is what an attitude of gratitude would get you.
Yeah.
For us to be grateful for the gift of life. Many times we want to bite each other's necks off because we're so unhappy. We think we're the ones with the shortest stick in life. Like we're the ones that came up short. We drew the most unwanted stick of all the sticks that were to be chosen. Like someone said, everybody go market. You go market, open and this one you buy, you know.
Yeah.
But you know, if only we would come to God with that gratitude, understanding that it could be so much worse.
Yeah.
It could be so much worse. We would not want to bury each other under anger, depression. Some homes you enter like this as a visitor. The spirit of depression,
will be palpable.
The atmosphere is heavy with negative feelings. You might not even be able to really place your finger on it, but you just know that, look, this is not a happy home.
Yeah.
The children come out to greet you. Their faces are like
God.
like someone died.
Dismayed.
Let that not be your home. Even if you didn't kill one chicken or one duck or one, I don't know, whatever.
Rejoice.
Rejoice. You're alive and you are well. Even if you're ill, thank God for life. Okay? So, yes, good evening and welcome to Marriage Keys. It's Happy Easter, guys. We've been through 40 days of Lenten. And in those 40 days, we prayed and asked God for mercy and grace, particularly upon this land and upon the whole world. The world is in a turmoil. Families are in trouble. And so we prayed, and we prayed that the God of heaven, the Ancient of Days, will hear us and heal our land, heal our families, heal our homes, in Jesus' name. So, welcome, Reverend Joe ADEJO. Happy Easter.
Thank you very much. Happy Easter to you too.
Happy Easter to you, Reverend.
Oh, it's a day of joy.
It is.
I tell you.
It is. It is a day of joy. We have every cause to be grateful to the mighty God of heaven. We await Pastor Dodo, but in the meantime, I'm just going to go ahead with some of the situations that were brought to my notice for this particular episode of Marriage Keys. Okay, so we have a situation where a man said shortly before the celebrations, this was last week even, shortly during the Holy Week, his wife called him and said, look, you take care of, because hitherto they had been adding resources to send money to each other's parents.
Okay.
So he said shortly, this week now, the wife called him and said, look, she has something to say. And he said, what is it? So she said, please, from now on, everybody should take care of their parents. He should take care of his parents. She will take care of hers. So I asked if I could speak with the wife, and he said yes. And on speaking to the wife, separately, that is, it wasn't at the time we had that conversation.
Yeah.
She isn't someone that you would call someone who is forthcoming. She's a reserved person. As a matter of fact, I got the impression that she wasn't really happy that, I was stepping into, he had talked to me about this matter. But I told her that even if we're talking about it, I never mention names.
Yes.
And whenever I
knows.
feel like there might be some things I would say that would give some people an idea about who I'm talking about, I try my best to not mention those things. So I didn't get much from her, like I said, but what the little I was able to glean from what she said was his own family issues seem to be overwhelming for her. She earns more than him. I do not have the exact number, but look who came in looking very, very Easterish. Let's settle her in. I'll be right back. Stay with us. All right, we're back, and indeed it's a pleasure to welcome Pastor Dr. Patience Dodo. You're welcome, ma'am. Great to have you in the studio with us. Thank you for being here. Yes, I know you went to minister somewhere. As a matter of fact, she was looking for a way to wriggle out of this today. But I made sure to hold her back. Okay, so thank you for being here. Happy Easter. We are Easter people, and hallelujah is our song. Oh, yes. He is a God that lives. All right, so a man is having some issues. Last week, the wife called him and told him that him and her should start to take care of their parents separately. She earns more than him. I do not have the figures. I spoke to the wife. What I got was his family issues are kind of overwhelming for her. It's not just about buying food for his mother. There are so many other things that need to be done. And in doing that, they are kind of neglecting her own people. And so she finds that she has to say no to her mom during the month before it gets to the end of the month. So she just said, look, it's better that, because when they put their resources together, there is more. But same, like 70 to 80% goes to the husband's family. Yes. So the man is not, understandably, he's not happy. It puts him in a very funny position. I don't know. So yeah, that's what I was. Reverend, let's allow Pastor Arrest catch her breath. Yes.
Okay.
Please go ahead, Reverend.
Yeah, you see, when it is like that, just like you plainly told us that the wife earns more than him. Even
though they didn't give me the figures, but he told me the wife earns more than him.
Yeah.
She also assented. She agreed that she earns more than him.
Okay. Now, if it is like that,
yes,
you find out that if they contribute money together and they divide what they contribute into two, and then it's going to one going to the husband's and then one to hers, you find out that just like she's saying that her own challenges are more overwhelming.
His own.
Okay, the man's own is more overwhelming
than hers.
Yes. And oh God, no wonder. You see, you don't find many women that will agree to such. You don't find many women. There are few wives that will agree to that type of a thing. Now, what goes to the parents of the man, very much. And what goes to her own parents, very, may not be substantial. So having seen that over the years, she wants to stop it so that she can face her own parents and he will take care of them adequately.
Yes.
All right? And the husband will be left to, in a place of disadvantage because he doesn't have enough to actually satisfy his own people. The thing that the man can do is to be in love with the wife. He shouldn't be angry with her that she has said this because love can change a lot of things. If the man does not know how to handle this thing, he will be the loser. I'm giving him solution now. He should love this woman. He should talk with her in a manner that does not suggest I am the man. It's part of the thing I was talking in my earlier program. And I was talking about things that will not make wife and husband to be happy in a home. When you say I am the man and then this is the decision I have taken and it must stand. No, it is not like that. Both of you should gist. You should talk together. And I explained that gist means you bring your idea and I bring my experience and then we put them together and then we will arrive at a favorable place where the man will be happy and the woman will be happy. But this time that the woman is earning more, she needs to be persuaded so that the husband, they should tell her, look, you are free to, he doesn't need to get permission to actually take care of her parents, but the husband can tell you, look, you are at liberty to do for your family when we continue this also. The husband should be able to convince her. If not, I think it's the husband's people that will have some setback. That's my advice.
But would you say it was right for her as a Christian woman to, it wasn't a discussion, it was more like this is how it should be from now on?
You know why this one is not in the law? It's not in the law because it is the parents that we are talking about. It's not her helping the husband, nor the husband helping her. It is two of them, and that's the best in two of them coming together to help their parents, and that's what love can do, and that's the position that every wife and husband should be. But now, I think the woman is thinking that it is her own resources that is more in this transaction, and he wants to withdraw. But then, I wouldn't say it is not an act of love. I won't say so, because you wouldn't know the pressure or you don't know how much she has been putting in. So it's not right for me to really condemn her.
Even if I don't know, which is true, I don't know. Even if I don't know how much she has put in the first place, they started this thing together.
Yeah.
I don't know what discussions they had, which is another thing that I did wrong. I didn't ask, further because already I got the feeling she wasn't happy about me calling her. But
it's the man that reported. Right?
Yes, it was the man that reported.
Yeah.
Yes. And even if she's faced with a burden right now, I don't know how they started this, but I want to believe there was a conversation before they decided that, okay, at the end of every month, we will put these resources together and we will give as the issues are. Because if they had said 50-50, it would have been 50-50 goes to everyone.
Yeah, but it's not 50-50.
But I guess it was a case of as the need
as
is.
you earn.
No, as the need is on each side.
Okay.
That's how we would apportion the money. Until this woman now found out or just realized that his own side seemed to have more issues than her own.
Side, yeah.
And then now wants to back out.
And she's the one that is contributing money.
And she is contributing more. So now, of course, even if I didn't ask them, to be honest, but even if it's 50-50, if she's earning more, what she is contributing would be more.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? If we're saying 50% of your salary, I'm just like, they didn't say 50%. I'm saying,
yeah, just
if
for
we're
example,
20% of your salary every month, 20 of mine every month,
Yeah.
we're going to add it together
And
to
then-
take care of situation
Yeah.
for extended family. And then she earns more than him. Her own 20% certainly will be more than his.
Yeah.
But they had a discussion before they started this kind of joint venture.
Yes.
Why would you go to your husband and give him a fait accompli? Like, this is how it's going to be. I would have thought that it should also be a discussion too. The same way it was a discussion before you started. You should have called him to the table to say, you know, honey, this does not look like it's working. I'm feeling funny because my own people seem to be shortchanged. Where do we go from here? But she just called him and said, you know what, from today, let's stop this thing. You take care of your family, I take care of mine.
Okay.
Exactly.
Sorry.
Pastor,
Let me say something before you round up.
Okay.
You know what? In things like this, news fly a lot. Somebody on the side of the man might have said, they don't know the arrangement that was there between the wife and the husband. Must have said, okay, if money like this is coming to us from our son, this woman must be eating a lot. That type of word can easily link to her ear. And when she hears such a thing, and then...
well, we do not know. I didn't hear anything like that. She didn't say anything
look,
like that.
there are probabilities.
Right.
I'm talking under probabilities because these are things that can happen. She must have heard something which she has not told the husband that made her to take that decision.
Maybe not.
Maybe not.
Or maybe not. And then she may be saying, am I not cheated? Yeah. And before a woman can sit down and begin to think like that, it means the relationship between the two is already declining. If not, where love is on the high side, that thought will not come. So the husband of this woman should go to the wife, hold her hand. Where have I gone wrong? Please tell me. Look, this is the humility that we talk about. This is the one that exalts. If the man can do it, the wife will tell him why she's taking that decision, and she may recede and go back to the former plan.
Jacquelyne,
Pastor,
for this, immediately you said it, I said one thing. It's either the husband is not honest in telling his people that, look, my wife is earning more than I am.
but does he really have to tell them?
But he should tell them his financial state. They should know what he's capable of doing. You understand what I'm saying? If they know what he's capable of doing, then the demands might not be coming as much as they are. Because if a man is honest with his people and say, look, this is the situation in my home, you know, they'll be careful about what they do. Let's say, okay, we gather our finances together, we make the estimated expenditure for the home, and then this is how much we believe we are going to give your parents. This is how much we are going to give my parents. 50-50. All right? So when it is like that, and they know that, and at the end of it all, they now start, it now starts looking as if, your people are getting 80, my people are getting 50. And let me tell you, her own parents also know what she's earning. And if a parent decides to talk to his child, in the first place, the parents will say, we trained you. And we trained you so that you'll be able to help us. You are not living up to expectations. So let us look at what the girl might be going through with her parents. And then the husband now is saying, my people need this much. Your parents didn't train her in the first place. So I'm not saying that what she did was right. If his people does not know the true situation of what is happening in his house, like what he said, we ask you for this, you give us. We ask you for this, the demands, you keep on giving. Of course, they will keep on asking for.
Let's go on a commercial break quickly, And then when we get back, we'll talk some more. Because for you, Pastor Dodo, I need to ask. I asked before, but I still need that answer. Should a man let his parents know exactly how much he's earning? We'll be right back.
Invicta FM. We'll be right back.
Kamalu! Na'am, ka ganda nan ina ta sauri, hankali na yayi gaba. Zan je na siyo wa Zara maganin da za ta sha ta ji karfin jikinta. Tana can daga kwanciya sai zama kamar wacce aka zare walaka. Girki ba ta iya yi, balle wanki ko gyaran gida, balle uwa uba kula da yara.
To ku yi tazarar haihuwa mana don ta samu lafiya da karfin jikinta. Tazarar haihuwa ita ce hanyar inganta lafiyar iyaye mata. Ba da tazarar haihuwa ta akalla shekaru 2 kafin ɗaukar wani ciki yana ba wa uwa ingantacciyar lafiya ta mai da jikinta karfinta ya dawo sosai.
Gaskiya ne.
Rana ɗaya aka sa Zara da Asma a lalle, amma Asma ta fi Zara ingantaccen jiki mai lafiya saboda tazarar haihuwa da take yi.
Na yarda da kai 100%.
Ziyarci cibiyar lafiya mafi kusa domin farawa ko a kira lambar waya 222 wannan sako ne daga ma'aikatar lafiya tare da tallafin gamayyar kungiyoyin Pronet da FEM.
Mutuwar iyali uba ya'ya da ma'uwa.
Oh yeah now, time to run your money correct. Download Bill Station for iPhone and Android, no dolly, or waka go to billstation.com sharp. Bills, transfer, everything dey one place. Bill Station, money no go stress you again.
My friend, time na money.
So it's Sunday.
It's your fun day
With Jesus. With
the living God.
with Jesus.
Oh, glory!
Invicta 98.9 FM.
All right, welcome back from that commercial timeout. Still with Pastor Dr. Patience Dodo and Reverend Joe Adejo. Yes, I was asking you, Pastor, you said the man should let his family know his capacity. Should a man, are you just saying like give them an idea about what he can do, or are you saying
give them an idea of what he cannot do, how far his resources can take him? He should be honest with them about that.
Okay.
Because Jacquelyne, whether we like it or not, there are people that still, even though I am working, you understand, people still think that I don't earn any money. Every money comes from my husband. Truly, this is Africa. This is Nigeria. No matter how hard you are working, people always say, we even make jokes about it now. Your husband is really doing a good job. Even with your colleagues, they say that to you. And they just don't believe that a woman should earn that much. So if it comes out clearly and tells them, do you know where my wife is working? This is where she's working, and they pay them real well. Look at where I'm working. He doesn't have to say this is how much they give me, but at least he should give them an idea. And honestly, I want to salute this woman. The fact that she has agreed for them to bring their resources together and to plan together, that is something. For that, I want to tell her well done. But you should have met your husband and, like what the Reverend said, discuss with this man and tell him, look, I'm getting tired and stressed out about this situation. This is what I see about it. How are we going to solve this issue? You understand? And then they sit down together and plan together and talk. Communication is the bedrock of every relationship. So they should have that talk. She should please, Uri, you understand? Let her heart not be troubled.
Yes.
Her marriage is worth more than that. If her marriage fails, all those people will still be around their brothers, and she will still be around her people. But together, I think this family is doing pretty good for them to put resources together, and for them to actually plan is a very good thing that they are doing. So the husband should talk to the wife, or the wife should talk to the husband, and they should try and resolve issue. But the husband has to let his people know, I'm not receiving that much.
Okay. Maybe not specifically, but just to let them know that,
Let them know, look,
some
my
of
wife
these
is doing
resources
a lot.
are coming from my wife.
And
Let
she's
him be
doing
open
so
in that
much.
aspect.
Because now you can't
Okay,
afford
so
to keep quiet.
at this point, let's go to the second one, because what we really have to deal with this week is finances. So much going on around finances. This another man reached out to me. His own is there's no problem in the house. His only issue is that the wife she's trying, but she makes sure that everybody that cares to listen knows that she's the one financing. Oh, she's the one that bought the TV. Even when people come to the house, oh, I bought this TV. How much did I buy this TV? I bought it so amount. When I went to the market to do the shopping for the house, like she's so without regard for him. Whether it's his people, whether it's friends that come, whether it is in whatever conversation, she's able to have an input. She lets it be known that I am the one doing this. And the man says he's really getting fed up. He doesn't like it. He says it makes him feel so, it emasculates him. And he has tried to communicate it to her, and she didn't see anything wrong with it. She said, why is he having problems with it? She's his wife, and she's the one doing it. Why is he having a problem? Like, he doesn't want her, he wants people to think he's the one instead. So is it okay for him to be the one taking the glory for what he's done, not her? And then she's just supposed to sit back in the shadows and be doing it, allowing him to take the glory. So she sends money to his people. They know that it's from her. She lets them know that it's from her. They don't even hear it from the man. They hear it from her. He tells her mother,
I am the one.
Mama, I just sent you so amount through so. So the guy is, he feels very, very emasculated, in short, and is wondering how does he go about this right now, because he's had the conversation with her. She doesn't seem to see his point. Yeah, Reverend.
Okay, number one, let me start from the hard side of it. This thing should make the man to become a very, very diligent in his own business. Let him, look, man is not supposed to sit down and the wife is doing everything.
He's a businessman.
Then, if you are a businessman.
It's just that, well, I guess things are not, bottom line is, things are not really funny for business people. She works.
Yes.
According to him.
Step up.
She works, but he is a business person.
You know what? If he is angry with her, he will not progress. Listen, underline that statement. If he's angry with her, as he's doing all these things, the man, if he's angry with her, he will not progress. No matter whatever she's doing now, let him continue to praise him. I am happy you are doing this. I ask that God will continue to bless you and do more. And then you are doing your own business. You are doing it very well. And before you know it, you will rise. Boom. Now, for the woman that is talking about everything and all things that she's doing, is not very good. But there are some women that talk like that. And there is, she may not even see anything wrong about it, just like you are explaining. But when you are talking like that, you are beating down your husband. That's the truth. And everybody is knowing that your husband is not buying anything. Anybody who comes, see, look, something like this happened. A woman was in a salon, and he was faking call. You hear me, ba? And there were people in the salon there. And he said, please make sure you return that 1 million. Make sure you return that my 1 million. Quick. Oh. I want it this evening. Do you know that evening? Some people followed her and they located her house. And in the night, armed robbers came to her house. This is one of the ways that people draw attention to themselves wrongly. And I mean, it takes the grace of God. We have to, the pastor, that man invited me to come to the house so that that type of thing can be stopped. Then I went with my wife, went there, prayed and did what we were supposed to do. And that's how the armed robbers stopped coming. If not, they were, because as long as they come and the money was not yet realized, they kept on coming. Because they feel the man, the people have not delivered. You know, so they kept coming until after that prayer they stopped.
There was nothing.
While there was nothing, but mouth, you want to, impress people around that she's this and that. That woman should stop it. I'm saying it from here. She should stop it. That's not the way to talk about your family, your home. And then if there's anything you say to even boost the ego of your husband, why don't you do it? Because the words of wife towards husband has power to suppress or elevate. So choose this. Choose the better part of dealing with your husband or with dealing with the affairs of the house. I think this is my presentation.
Okay, Pastor.
You know, in the book of Ephesians chapter 6, where it talks about submission, right? The last verse there, that's the last verse. It says, "And wives, respect your husbands."
Yes, chapter 5.
5.
Yeah.
5.
Yeah.
You know, there is nothing that a wife can give her husband that will make him so happy than respect.
Yes.
You cover up for your husband, you know, you cover up for his
inadequacies.
Thank you, that's the word. Even me, when my mom was alive, when I go to give my mom any money and I tell my husband, I want to give mommy something, he'll say, go ahead and give her. When I give her, my mom will say, tell Elijah that I'm very grateful. I will never open my mouth and say, mommy, this money is not Elijah.
It's my money.
It's my money. She kept on doing that. And even when I buy wrapper for her, she would tell me to tell my husband that she's very grateful. So one day I told her, I said, this one, mommy, bless me too. She would say, tell him that I bless him. I'm blessing him. Tell him that God will increase him. I said, this prayer, you must do this prayer for me today.
Yes.
And my mom said, I know it comes from you, but I have to give your husband his place in your life so that you would know that also acknowledge the fact that he is allowing you to do that. So from that day, anytime she says that, it doesn't bother me. You understand what I'm saying? And I learned something from her, that I should give my husband his place and respect when it comes to anything. The fact that my husband even allows me to do it is something that I should be grateful for. There are some women, they have the money, they are getting the money, the husband is not allowing them to even help her own parents. So you see, I want to tell women that when your husband loves you and you know you are covered, you know, one of the roles of a husband is that he's a cover to his family. Once your husband is a cover, even if he has no money, give him that respect. And once he loves you, honestly give him that respect. People might know that you are the one doing it, and they'll even respect you more. But this one that I say, you know, I'm the one that does this, I'm the one that, when they leave her presence, they will abuse her. Because everybody is seeing that she's belittling her husband. And that shouldn't be. When your husband loves you, give him that honor. Cover up his nakedness. Wherever you go to, you know, let it be said that, oh, this man is blessed to have such a woman. Because I'm telling you, there's nothing that you do in your home that people don't know. People will always know. Even if you are the one doing everything, people will always know. Even if he keeps quiet. Let me tell you something. The Proverbs 31 woman, the Bible says that her husband sits amongst the elders in the city gates.
Yes, city
right?
gates, yes.
It's because of the wife. If your wife does not support her husband, in fact, my own concept of that Proverbs 31 woman, I think the husband was a lazy man, because the woman had to do almost everything. And because of her, he now sits at the city gates. She never said, no, why am I not the one sitting at the city gates? No, she pushed her husband out there. That's why she's called the noble woman Another version says she's the virtuous woman. Another one calls her different names. So please, madam, even if you are the one that does it, you don't even have to open your mouth to say. People will know somehow. That's my advice to her. And to the husband, I wish your wife was hearing this. Maybe you'll push your wife to me so that we'll have a good discussion with your wife.
I think that would be nice because he's had a discussion with her.
She doesn't understand.
She doesn't get it.
Yes.
So it's okay for you to take the praise, but it's not okay for me to take the praise.
Yes.
Am I not a human being too, like you? And all of that.
And it also depends on what the husband was doing when he had the money. Maybe when he had the money and people come and say, oh, you see this thing? I'm the one that actually bought it. Oh, you see this thing? I'm the one that bought it. Maybe he also did that. So now that he doesn't have, now it's her turn now to do it. So it all depends on what he did when he had money.
Right. And there's that too. The way we handle, especially, someone said to me a very long time ago, she said, you don't know a man until he has money. And I laughed because I didn't understand it at that time. But now I kind of get a glimpse of what they mean, because people with money, I mean, you think you know someone, and then all of a sudden they get into politics, they become popular, and all of that, and then the person just changes right before your eyes.
Yeah.
I've had not 1, 2, or 3 of them like that. And then, whenever you get that opportunity, maybe sometimes after they have left, that office, you'll be hearing, Bazaki Ganiba, like, what don't I understand? The fact that you did not return messages or calls, or, I mean, even if you gave someone, a handler, your phone, I expect that the job of that handler is to tell you, okay, so person has sent a message, what should I say?
Yes.
And while you're busy doing whatever, you could say to this person, say hi, to this person, say see me later, to this person, say, that kind of thing. But it just, it's a phenomenon that I think deserves to be really studied, how people react when they come into serious money and power. Yes, I think it would be an interesting read to see perceptions, how they perceived friendships, human beings, before power and after power, during power and after power, to see like what really changes.
And after that power, they find out that they are pretty alone, because the people that really mattered, they didn't carry them along. And those ones that were following them because of bread will now be saying crucify them, and they will turn away and leave them.
Oh, okay. So, but before we get to the top of the hour, I think I can slip this one in. A woman has stopped receiving the monthly allowance that the husband gives to her. She says because before he gives her that money, like he gives her a good amount, let's say about 250. It's not that. It's actually more than that. But I'm saying this so that in case.
It wouldn't be exact.
Yes, it shouldn't be exact. But it's above 250 per month. But she says that even when he gives her that money, when he sees that she bought maybe something, he would insult her, say, look at you, that's all you know how to do. All you know how to do is buy wrapper, buy a wig, buy makeup. He said he will now settle down and insult her to her foundation. She says some of the insults, when it comes out of his mouth, her brain actually rings, because she now starts to think that. So you would even find out that some of those things, when she cannot wear it with joy. Like if it's a wig, when she's putting it on and she remembers what he said. And she said before they started their family, he was the one who told her that she shouldn't start working yet. She's a graduate. He said she shouldn't start working yet because he wants her to have time to take care of the children. So let's have that was the plan, which I don't see anything wrong with, but feel free to correct me. It's a discussion they had. You will have the children quickly, in quick succession, maybe like 2 years in between. When we have the number of children we want, they get to a certain point where they're able to report if anybody abuses them or anything, then you go back to school, which is about between 5 to 7 years old. Once they're in school, they can start to talk that this person, because she said her husband's phobia is, someone abusing the children, whether physically or sexually, and the children not being able or not being old enough to verbalize that, look, I'm facing abuse. So the man said, let's get our children into school. Once they're like in primary 1, primary 2, you can go back to whatever it is that you want to do. I'll support you. If it's business, if it's getting a job. And she's still pretty young. But since January, she stopped collecting the money he gives her for her own upkeep. Not the house money, the money he gives her for her own upkeep, because she said the way the man insults her, when he gives her that money, when he comes home and sees, something new on her or on the bed or somewhere that she has bought something for herself. So for me, I'm like surprised. Then why do you give her the money?
Money for upkeep.
The money for upkeep is for her to take care of herself. And then she's taking care of herself. She's buying herself wigs or weave-ons. And she's looking nice. And then you are insulting her. That's the only thing she knows to do, to just buy and buy and buy. So really, what is the upkeep money for then? So this lady has started a business with another man without him knowing. Her husband does not know. The money she had, the little money she had saved from way back, she started a business with a man, and her husband doesn't know. So he gives her. He takes business? It's I don't want to be too specific, but it is legit business. It is legit business.
Her partner is a male.
Is a male, yes.
Wow.
They're doing legit business. The partner is a male. Her husband does not know, and she's asking. This is how she wants to proceed from here on out. So she said, I don't need upkeep money from you. She told the husband, I don't want your upkeep money. Just buy food. You pay the children's school fees. You take care of the house. There's food in the house, everything. Leave me out of it. But the only thing suffering right now is the money that she used to receive from her husband is what she used to use in taking care of her own extended family before. So since January, she told her mother and her siblings that they should just hold on for now, that she will not be able to help them. She will not be able to do anything for now. And so I did ask, if God were to call your mother home tomorrow, or God forbid, it's not what I'm praying for, but can you, telling your mother, hold on for whatever, food, her drugs, all the things you were able to do for her before, you've said they should hold on for now, for you to, stabilize in the business you're doing with this man. And she started to see returns, according to her. And the plan is to build the business from there without her husband knowing. So, just speak to that, Reverend.
One of the most difficult places to be is the place of having to stay under a narcissist.
Narcissist, yes.
All right? Yeah, narcissist or narcissist, yes. And one of the ways to break out is the way that she has taken. But, it's a dangerous place because narcissists,
yes,
they are very, very notorious for beating their neighbor too. Either
vindictive.
Wife. Oh, yes. They are like that. And so it started by trying to suppress her through that means of verbal
abuse. Yes. Abuse.
And somebody is giving you food, you say, look at you. All you know how to do is eating. But you are the one who's supposed to give her food. Why are you doing this? And that is their attitude. All right? In fact, the Bible spoke about them. Do you want to read it?
Okay.
Go to 2 Timothy.
Okay.
Narcissists.
Yeah. Paul was talking about them 70 years after Jesus has ascended to heaven. And he was telling Timothy that this type of people will come. They
First
will,
or second?
Second Timothy chapter 3.
Okay.
You read down, whichever version you have.
From verse 1?
Yeah.
Okay, this know also that in the last days perilous times shall come.
Yes.
For men shall be lovers of their own selves.
Yes.
Covetous,
Yes.
boasters,
Yes.
proud, blasphemers,
Yes.
disobedient to parents,
Yes.
unthankful,
Yes.
unholy,
Yes.
without natural affection,
Yes.
truce breakers,
Yes.
false accusers,
Yes.
incontinent,
Yes.
fierce, despisers of those that are good,
Yes.
traitors, heady-minded,
Yes.
lovers of pleasure,
Yes.
more than lovers
Of
of God.
Yes. They believe, conclude that it.
Having a form of godliness, but
Bet.
denying the power thereof.
For such people.
From such people turn away.
Yes. You can see. In fact, the Bible didn't even say we should manage them. The Bible says run away. But I'm not telling her to run away. But I tell you, she's going to face another angle of that man by the time the man knows that the wife is having business with that man. So it's not a good place to be, but if he hold tight to him, to her God, and continue to pray, probably the man will change. But the Bible says for such people, turn away.
Right.
Okay? So I want to go, we will pray with her so that God will help her.
So, but is it wisdom for her to have stopped collecting the upkeep?
Yeah, that is the way to deal with a narcissist.
To stop
collecting anything from them. Unless you are able to withstand the abuses. You get me, ba? If you are able to still collect and receive the abuses, okay. But if not, the best thing, but the man will find another way to deal with her. Look, a narcissist will see the wife or the husband, because it can be a man here or it can be a woman here, there. So he saw the wife that went to school and obtained certificate and came out in good color. Do you know what the man did? In her presence, he held the certificate and he tore it. They don't like anybody to rise to meet them where they are. They try to suppress you. You get me? If you know this, before you go into marriage, don't go that way. But if you are in it already, you know, you hear some women say, I'm there because of my children.
Right.
All right? So these are some of the ways that women go, and some men too go, because there are women that are narcissists too. Their own is terrible. Their own, they can be slapping their husband every now and then. They are there. But may God distance us from such people, because it's not the Spirit of God.
I'm just wondering if a woman has stopped receiving money from her husband, she's having business dealings he doesn't know about, are they still in a marriage?
They are not.
You see, this is the state of things now.
They are not.
They are not. Because both of them are not they are not
together
at
there's
all.
No unity.
They are not
there's
together.
No oneness. There's no truth.
And the way the woman can enforce this thing to be is by force. But then the man may turn his,
by the time he gets to know that this woman is doing business with another man,
he'll find another way
to deal with her.
Whether she collects the money from him or not. I'm telling you, he will never believe that. Where did she get the money in the first place? So to me, unlike I see another view to it. The woman should have been collecting his money and then investing it.
That's actually what she's done. She's gotten a little of the money was what she used in starting this business. Because frankly, she didn't have any money. He told her not to go look for any job or do any business. Just concentrate on raising my children.
When the man gets to know that she's doing this business, there will be another wahala. There will be
so she cannot
problem.
even tell him.
She can't tell him. And
Because
if he
tells
continues to
him-
receive, he will abuse her in presence of her children.
Yes.
In presence of
Anybody
visitors.
is
He
the
will
opposite
abuse.
of that woman that buys everything and talks.
God.
They're in the same category.
Yeah, the other woman we talk about.
Yes.
She's a narcissist. Suppressing the husband.
Okay. Let's go on a commercial break. And when we get back, we'll talk some more about all of this and more. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Invicta 98.9 FM.
Jama'a alaikum. Ni ne Aminu Sharif Momo wanda kuka sani daga cikin fina-finan Hausa. Zan yi magana a matsayin uba ba jarumi ba. Kun taɓa ganin inda uwa take ƙoƙarin shayar da jaririnta? Wani ɗan nata kuma yana ƙoƙarin a canja masa ƙunzugu, ko kuma wata ƴar tata tana ƙoƙarin a zuba mata abinci a farantinta yayin da ta ci nata ya ƙare. Wannan ba abin kwanciyar hankali ba ne a gurin kowace uwa. Amma idan akwai tazarar haihuwa, komai zai iya zuwa cikin sauƙi da kuma kyautatawa. A yayin da wannan uwa kan iya shayar da wannan jariri, sannan kuma ta sa wannan ƴar tata wadda take neman ƙarin abinci ta canja ma ɗan uwanta ƙunzugu da yake buƙata yayin da yi kashi ko fitsari.
Ziyarci cibiyar lafiya mafi kusa domin farawa.
Wannan saƙo ne daga ƙungiya mai zaman kanta, Consortium ACS League PAMIC da haɗin gwiwar ma'aikatar kiwon lafiya.
A crown of thorns placed on his head. He knew that he would soon be dead. He said, "Did you forget me, Father? Did you?"
Hallelujah! The Christ is risen. If our Lord Jesus Christ had not died for us and risen, then where would have been our faith? I celebrate with you this Easter. Happy Easter, everyone. My name is Jacquelyne Adebija.
May the resurrection of Christ inspire your faith and renew your hope. Happy Easter. My name is DANBAJU.
Hello, this is Akwambe Kore here. Happy Easter celebration to you and your family. May the resurrection of Christ remind you of the victory that you have, and may you live from this conqueror's standpoint every day of your life. Happy Easter celebration!
This Easter, we're celebrating life, love, and new beginnings. Right here on Invicta 98.9 FM. Stay tuned and let the joy of the season fill your airwaves. Happy Easter. My name is Joe Daniel.
If you're married or you want to get married in the future, this could actually save your marriage. The Bible says in Ephesians 5:33 that the man should love his wife as he loves himself, and that the wife should respect her husband. So husbands are called to love, and wives are called to respect. God created each woman with a deep, deep desire to want to feel loved. And he actually created each man with a deep, deep desire to want to feel respected. So what happens in a marriage? If a wife doesn't feel loved, she doesn't respect. So man, not feeling respected, doesn't love. And they live in this vicious cycle, but it's actually the responsibility of the man to break that cycle because he's called to love first. So husband, if you feel like your wife doesn't respect you, you should ask yourself the question, are you loving her in ways that are actually worthy of respect?
I don't care how supportive your wife is. If she carries the burden, the financial burden of the house for too long, it will take its toll on your marriage. I don't care how supportive, how godly she is. I don't care how much she loves you. Why? She's not built for it. And unfortunately, most women don't have the wisdom required in that phase of their relationship. They are feeling genuine stress, but they don't know how to communicate it well so that their communication can build, not destroy. Because at that phase of the life of a man, he's more sensitive than ever. Anything you say will be held against you at the court of law. Anything you say will be remembered at that time, because it's an extremely sensitive period and phase of their lives. So as a man, you have to be intentional about building your finances. Whether you like it or not, you have to provide. God has put you in that space. In fact, scripture says a man who cannot provide for his family is worse than an infidel and has denied the faith.
8 o'clock.
It happens here. Wura, FA Cup, and Premier League reconnect to DSTV.
8 o'clock.
Stay in. Enjoy Wura on Africa Magic, football, and more. Reconnect to GoTV.
All right, welcome back from that commercial timeout. I hope you enjoyed the sound bites up until the time check. All right, we're back and we're still talking about these issues around finances. And I see someone here already on WhatsApp. Someone has sent me a message. If you would permit me to quickly go there and read the message based on these issues around narcissism. Now, this person is saying, please advise those women who are in marriages with such narcissistic men, or men that are in marriage with narcissistic women. That how do we, please advise, because he's saying, should we just coexist and pursue our different goals, or what? All right, so this is the question, because I think this particular situation is resonating with this person, and that's why the person is asking. Let me quickly go to our Facebook page. I would like to first appreciate everyone. I'm still to see you people on our YouTube. Go and check us out on YouTube, please, and drop comments on our YouTube. We're live on YouTube right now. Just search for Invicta TV, online TV, Invicta online TV on YouTube. Subscribe and tap on the bell so that it will show you every time we go live, just so that you know. But also drop comments on our live, on our posts. Like I said, we want to build that community there and would appreciate you. You're the ones that will build it for us, because you're the one. It's because of you that we're here. So please go on YouTube and also build that community for us. So quickly to our Facebook page, I see Esther Bassi. Esther, good evening to you. Joseph Uzoma Umarogu, good evening to you too. Sarah Oni, happy Easter to everyone. Ishak Kazachiani Yahaya, Victor Sule, Musa Emmanuel Abdul, Kingsley Marcus, from all the way from Kufana. Good evening. Omolara Alayandi, good evening and happy Easter. Samson Olota, I hope I called that right. Good evening. Taiwo Felicia Adeoti, I beg your pardon. Good evening. Musa Emmanuel Abdul, good evening. He says, any woman who will take the glory for a little thing she did in her family, she's not submissive. Therefore, let her change from such an attitude. Sarah, good evening. Chinonso Kingsley Okeke, good evening to you. He says, the second issue is not normal for a woman to be providing in a family more than the man, but let him always try his best. All right, thank you very much, Chinon. So John Owan Mary says, marriage is beautiful when you are with the right one, the one ordained to be married. Unfortunately, today's marriages have become a theater of competition, and it's really, really sad. He says it's almost impossible to still find genuine and unconditional love within couples in our today's generation. Today's young marriages are bereft of trust, loyalty, respect, and kindness. In fact, it is becoming scary for young people to get into marriage. Sincerely, our society needs a new awakening if it can ever still be possible. Very sad. Very, very sad. Mansour Dandil, good evening. He says, happy Easter to all and God bless you. Thank you so much. We appreciate you for that greeting. And then, Okay, John said, on the third case, in my opinion, rejecting the husband's monthly upkeep is not a wise thing to do at all. A wise woman will continue collecting the money, build her business, and then one day prove to him how foolish he is by letting him see that you are a woman that can make and manage wealth. Men build businesses and properties and surprise their wives with it. A wife, too, can surprise her husband with what she has been able to do with her savings. All right, so that's another perspective. Thank you, John. Young Gaddis says, all right, happy Easter to you, Young Gaddis, and thank you. He says, where a husband and wife just live together just for living's sake or for the sake of the children or anything else is really bad, because such may be productive. Permit me to say that such is, yes, undergoing internal divorce. All right. Have a great evening too. Thank you. That's another perspective. It is counterproductive and tantamount to a divorce, really, even if it's not showing on the outside. All right. So happy Easter to you too, Christiana Joseph Gani. And thank you so much. Shadi Margaret Jegede, good evening and God bless each and every one of you. I'll be coming to the phone lines shortly, but this person, you've heard the takes of those on Facebook, Reverend and Pastor, you've heard them, and also this person who is saying, so what should people who are with narcissistic spouses do? Are you saying that they should just continue to coexist with them, or is there a more amenable solution? Reverend.
It's a difficult place to be. If you are not there, you wouldn't know what it is. All right? When you have a wife that will cook and will not give you, he knows you are hungry, and you put the food on the table and he will be eating it, and he will not give you. All right? That is a woman. Or you have a man that has 5 cars in the compound and he wants you to go on motorcycle. You, the wife. The children will be in the rain, in the sun. It's not a good place to be. Apart from the verbal abuse that he renders upon the person. The Bible concluded, where you read in verse 5, it said, for such a person, turn away, because they are not believers. Oh, they are not. They are not believers. That's why the Bible describes them very well. They may be quoting Bible. They may be saying all sorts of things. I think it was here I told you the other day that there was a pastor in Asaba. This one is being specific. This church was growing like no man business. And one day, on Sunday morning, he came, and then the power of God came upon him and announced the position that he is. He said, look, to be truthful, I've been here with you for some years now, but I want to confess I'm not a Christian at all. Talk more of bearing a pastor. Please, from today, this church is dissolved, and I want you to go and look for other churches to join. That was good. It's the power of God working. So there are people like that they can preach, they have the word, they are not believers, but they want to get that beautiful girl in the church as wife. And by the time the wife comes in, then the woman will say, oh, this is the color that you are, but you didn't show it from the beginning. But then, those who think it is a trap.
Is it possible to date a narcissist and not know?
It is possible, because people can be very, very deceitful. They are deceitful. If you check the qualifications of a narcissist, you see deception is there. She deceives to get whatever he wants to get. And by the time he gets and he's grounded, then he will start to operate. But then, if you are spiritually sound, you will be able to detect a narcissist, because the first time you go out with them, they are the one that will ask you to pay for whatever they are drinking or they are eating. You should be able to know. When you are going out with the guy, look, he's the one that call you, say, let us go to so place and chill. And when you get there, he will ask you to order food. When it's time to pay, you say, please, how much do you have there? He's a narcissist.
Are you sure?
Oh,
I thought it would have been the kind of man that would want to pay for everything. As a matter of fact, dictate what you're going to wear, how you're going to look, who your friends should be. Maybe, those are traits that I thought.
No, if he goes that way, he won't catch you now. He won't catch you. The way he will catch you is the way he will go. He will do the way he should go. Look, if you see narcissists, if you see them, their wives are very, very pretty. But if they remove their cloth, you will see marks of blala, marks of terrible things they do to them. And they remain there.
That's what I think. I seem to agree with Jackie. Because he wants to catch her.
Really controlling.
So he will not tell you to pay anything.
Yes.
He will do all
He'll
can
be the Mr. Nice
make sure
guy.
that you rely on him.
Maybe this is something we should do for the singles, because it's crazy to find oneself in a marriage with someone like this, right?
Especially one that will beat down your self-esteem and make you feel as if you are nothing.
The beginning of a narcissist, maybe he's not yet poor. He's not yet rich. And that's what the character you see. But the one that is rich will go the way you have just spoken.
Even the one that is not rich, Papa, Daddy, even the one that is not rich, who wants they want people to depend on them. They want to have the power over. Because if your man goes, I go out for lunch or dinner with him and he says, pay. When he calls me next time, I'm not going to go. So it ends up that relationship.
Okay, that is the logical aspect that could be open to you. But people still fall into their hands because they have good ideas. They are intelligent lot. Okay? So if you can't fall in love with them through what they have, you will fall in love with them because they can sit you down and say you don't know anything by the time they get you.
Yeah.
They will tell you you know nothing. This certificate, look, I got this thing when I was so. You know, anything you have that you present before them, they try to beat it down so that you look small.
So this person has come back. Because it's time for me to open up the phone lines, but I must read this. This person says, what advice can you give to a wife of a hardened, born again, in quote, husband who can verbally abuse his wife without remorse and without remorse or apologies, and then turns the table around to tell the wife that she's not submissive and wise enough to protect the marriage when the wife humbly calls them out to please change because they are hurting her badly? Is there hope for those in such marriages, especially those still waiting on the Lord for the fruit of the womb? Now, this is a very.
But you said the man is born again.
You know,
and
man
he's
is
doing
born
that.
again. You see, this thing about born again, I think we should take it to next week, or whenever
yes.
God permits, because there are a lot, and when I say a lot of people who are suffering in so-called marriages because they are
married
hooked to people who are using this born-again toga to perpetrate evil.
Yes. I've just told you now.
Just wanting to just like the Reverend said about the so-called pastor in Asaba.
He's not even a Christian.
A lot of them. It's not just this man. There are many of them. I cannot even say we can count. Because when you come to so many suburbs, it's almost every other house there's a church. That is just a room. How many of those people have really been called by God remains to be seen. There are many women languishing, especially those who marry early. They marry those women early, man of God, man of God, man of God. A lot is going on, and I don't think we will be able to do justice to that particular topic now. But just quickly, you want to speak to people who find themselves in this position. Emmanuel Abdul is saying here that some practical, practical steps to handle a narcissistic spouse in a marriage is to set clear boundaries, prioritize self-care and build support, maintain friendships, therapy, hobbies, routines that replenish you, communicate with I statements and limit blame. Say things like I feel X when Y happens to reduce escalation and keep conversations focused. Plan safety and exit options if needed. If abuse, verbal, emotional, or physical continues, document incidences and get professional/legal advice and prepare for a safe exit plan. Well, thank you very much. I absolutely agree with one thing though that I know always weakens the power of people who seek to control you is never let go of your family. Don't let go of your friends. If you're lucky to have family, never let go of them, because the first thing they do is try to ostracise separate you from your family and friends. So I beg, if there's anyone who has a friend who is married and you know she or he is married to a narcissist, do not be angry. They are trying to annoy you. That spouse, the narcissistic spouse, is trying to annoy you so that you will leave your friend or that your family member. Don't. That's the first thing. I absolutely agree with that. And then in conversation, even for us communicators, we are taught to de-escalate violence. Do not come into a conversation saying you always do this, because you are projecting. You're now pushing the blame on the person. But when you say I feel unwanted, I feel unheard,
or let us,
but usually it should just be like me. Bring it in so that this is how I feel.
You're accusing the person.
Yes, it helps in conversation. And honestly, I absolutely agree about planning a safe exit. Because no one can.
You can't even escape from a narcissist house anyhow. That's the truth. You can't escape anyhow.
So don't let go of someone who is. There's a story of a narcissist that I know. The girl almost went mad. Started talking to herself because of the way she was being treated by this man. So it is not a funny situation, and we will not make light of it. All right, so let's go to our phone lines now. And the numbers are 081 40,000 989 and 07087 800 989. Please keep your comments brief. Step away from your microphone so that we can hear you clearly. Good evening. You're welcome. Go ahead, sir.
I'm Ben. I've been listening to your conversation. It's wonderful and good. But what I observe of recent is do we really call those three set of people you don't discuss about Christians? Because if they are Christians, they should not have gotten to the level they have gotten to. Many people go to church, but in reality, few are believers. And this is the problem we have in Christianity. Not everyone that go to church are truly Christians. Very, very few are Christians. That is one. Two, the first one that they were contributing money to adopting for their parents. I don't think the man should get angry.
At all.
He just told his wife's advice. Let everybody separate. Let him do whatever he can do for his family. And let the woman do whatever he can do for her family. The only thing is, let their marriage work. They are not staying together because of their family. The Bible says the man and the woman will leave the family and separate and form their own family. The help to their parents should not separate their homes. So the man can take care of his family. The woman take care of his family. I don't think there's anything bad about that one.
Okay.
Then as for the narcissists and the narcissists, I think from that 2 Timothy you read, it shows that a narcissist is an unbeliever.
Yes.
And the Bible clearly told us what to do with an unbeliever. If a woman is saying an unbeliever and she knows she cannot continue, let us not
manage it.
Come out of the marriage. And if the narcissist man, a narcissist woman with another man, the man should come out of the marriage. The Bible is so open and clear about the issue of being unequally yoked with an unbeliever. It's not only those who are Muslim that are unbelievers or those who don't go to church. There are people that go to church that are unbelievers. So we should not tie women down or men and down to death in marriage. Marriage is not a license to death. So there are a lot of education that we Christians need to bring up, particularly in periods when our singles want to get married. We need to really, there is a lot of education they need to get to. This love, it's blind love. They should really know who they are getting married to.
Okay. Well said.
That one will help a lot. No, because there is still a lot of deception going on.
Okay.
People go to church and behave they are holy and they are not holy.
Yeah. Very true.
The same thing, the same thing, there is no difference.
All right.
And I don't know if we can go back to our old parents' pattern, whereby it is in the parents that will look for a wife for you. Look at our custom, look at our behavior, our family history, and it's not nice. We have never seen issues like this happening.
All right.
This is actually a Christian joy.
Yes,
absolutely. In our nation, we're getting married, you don't have issues.
Well, thank you, sir. I need to take another call now.
Go deeper, so that they don't have issues.
All right.
I don't know. I think I can build some ideas so that apart from getting married, also investigate families and know the father to this day. The mother to this lady is in that thread. That's issues.
Let me take calls.
It can be solved. People can look deeper.
All right. All right. Thank you, sir.
Family. Thank you very much.
And thank you. All right. And thank you very much. Hello. Good evening. Hello. Yes, thank you. Hello, can you hear me? We're connected. Good evening. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, go ahead, sir.
Okay, so like I said, this is Mary.
Okay, John, you're welcome. Go ahead, please.
All right. I said although the word narcissist has been so abused and misinterpreted in Nigeria, everything now, even a stubborn partner is a narcissist now. But however, the first thing narcissists do is to reduce your potential, to make you completely dependent on them. So the worst thing a narcissist would want is for you to be independent, for you to show that you have capacity. So most of the time, when you discover that you have a narcissist partner, the first thing they will do is to reduce you and make you begin to question your ability to do it, even your existence. So the first thing to do is grow yourself. If you know those things you have dropped, your certificate, you drop aside, your talent, you drop aside, pick them up. This is why I keep telling people, whether man or woman, let marriage never reduce your potential. Because even the person that is not a narcissist, by the time you reduce yourself to a complete dependent person on them, they turn to govern you, they turn to command you, and at the end of the day, you lose yourself. So, narcissist, the first thing to break, you actually change a narcissist. If you show a narcissist that you can that narcissist can actually depend on you too. We have seen some men who were narcissistic to their wives on the day of illness. They discovered that nobody else stays around them except their partner. You see them crying and calling for forgiveness and repentance, vice versa. So anybody, especially mostly women, living with a narcissist, because we're in a patriarchal society, any woman living with a narcissistic man, the first thing you should do, make sure you find your foot. Make sure you find your ability to be able to be self-sustainable. Show the man that you have brain, you have ability to take care of yourself. By so doing, he will begin to question himself because he knows he doesn't have full control of anything that has to do with your life. Submission does not mean that the person will have complete control over your life. No, it's wrong. Thank you.
All right, and thank you so much, John. Indeed, submission does not mean having absolute control over one's life. All right, still taking your calls this evening. Unfortunately, that call got dropped. Still taking your calls this evening. Okay, we can take at least 2 more calls before we have to go. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. Welcome. Go ahead, please.
Pastor, good evening.
Please go ahead quickly.
My sister, I heard what you people said. My name is Chief Franklin.
Okay. You're welcome. Go ahead.
Never say bye-bye for the second time.
Okay.
You see, as far as I'm concerned, no matter anything, man is head of the family. But telling the woman that saying that is the one that television, is the one that bought radio. You don't supposed to say that. Because I remember when I went market with my wife, then my money did not even complete. He gave me money at home that I should pay for it. And I still write my name on it. So, the woman that buying something say that is the one that, even though your husband is not doing well, you're supposed to sponsor your husband. Because 1 plus 1 in marriage is 1. And anything that you people are doing is 50-50. Any woman that's doing that, such a thing, he doesn't love his husband. So, let them know the way they are treating husband.
Okay.
Pertaining the woman that went to one man that they are doing business together.
Yes.
Am I right?
Yes.
You see, pertaining that one.
Did you hear the story though?
How you trust your wife?
Okay, because
if a woman doing business with man, it depends how you trust your husband. It doesn't mean they are doing another thing. You understand? If you trust your husband, if you trust your wife, you know what your wife can do and you know what she cannot do. So you will not expect anything. You will not be discouraged.
Okay.
Is the only woman they will making business with you? You can make business. Woman can make business with a man. What about man that making business with a woman? What are you going to call that one? So unless you don't trust your wife, as far as you trust your wife, so your wife can do business with
another man. Okay.
That's my take.
And thank you so much. Thank you so much. And you too. Happy Easter to you. All right. Thank you. I think we cannot take any more calls right now. I would like to come back to Reverend and Pastor in the house and just hear your thoughts on what people have said so far. Teso, Andrew Tengu, and Micah Planchin, and Nancy Ibrahim. Happy Easter to all of you. I see you. Good evening. All right. Reverend, do you want to say something?
Okay. I hope it won't raise another topic. the narcissist I explained has taken over everything. Okay, now. But the truth is this. Look, a narcissist that is established has a fortified home. Everything about him are put in place properly that the wife cannot escape from the house. He has special guard. They make sure they have attained riches to a level that they can buy anything that money can buy.
We have narcissists that are poor. It's
Very
not
poor,
about
yes.
money.
It's
It's
not
about
money,
a
it's
certain
about the character and the-
approach.
No, most narcissists are not poor.
But there are poor ones.
Look, the desire to be rich is there, and they make sure they are rich.
Daddy, there are some that are poor.
There are some that are poor.
When
It
you
does not
go-
change that controlling attitude.
They are
Anyway,
just control.
Yes.
Anyway, let's go. One thing I want to say to round up this evening is let wife and husband stick together, love themselves, and rejoice together.
Pastor.
Yeah, to the youths, I will say be careful who you marry. Be
Absolutely.
very careful. Some are so anxious to get married that they neglect the signs. They see the red flags, but they neglect it. They refuse to, see it. It's there. They say love is blind, right? But when you get married, love has eyes in the front and at the back. In front of the ears. It sees everything. So please be careful who you marry. When your spirit is giving you a check on somebody, please look at that thing very well. Because once you get into, it's better not to get married at all. than to get married and come out of it. It's not a pleasant thing to
experience.
do.
Absolutely
so
not.
Please be watchful, be careful who you want to marry. That person might not change at all. He might change immediately. He might change in 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, or he might change after you've died.
Which is not a good story. For me, honestly, if you know a good family and your children are of age, that's why Pastor Dodo was laughing, because the person who talked about arranged marriage is me. I am of that mind. Today I saw a half-naked girl who was saying she prefers Yahoo boys to people who work 9 to 5. I cannot have raised my son to be God-fearing and for him to mistakenly fall in love with such. For this one, it was glaring that she was just an empty drum, but there are those that there are those who look like they are decent human beings, but they aren't. So if you have a very good family that you know the family, you know who they are, you know their principles, the values that they value, there's nothing wrong with ensuring that you have family occasions where the children get to interact, so that who knows, God may answer your prayer so that it doesn't look organized. But honestly, place your children where they will find people who are like-minded with you. It's very important. All right, and with that, I would like to thank Pastor Dr. Patience Dodo and Reverend Joe ADEJO. God willing, sometime this month we will be having a gynecologist come to talk to us. We'll also be having, I forget what they call the men now, men who specialize in male reproductive issues, to come and talk to us about reproductive and sexual challenges that impact on the marriage bed. So, until then, please fan your love to flame. Happy Easter to everyone. God bless our resource persons. Thank you so much for coming this evening. Today is Easter and you are here.
Happy
even though it's
Easter,
evening,
Jacquelyne.
but still thank you.
Christ
Thank you
is
so
risen.
much. Christ is risen, guys. Go tell the world. Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.